Hello, right. This is the GCSE reset, and the first lesson that we've done is to do with factors, and we did some fractions as well. So the first thing we did was well, I don't know whether we actually did it in this order, but we worked out or remembered what prime numbers are, and they have factors of 1 and itself. List of some prime numbers are 2. 1 is not a prime number. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and I think 23 might be in it. Yeah, so there's a list of prime numbers that only have factors. Factors are things that multiply together to make this number. Therefore, 7 is just 1 times 7 and nothing else. Whereas 12 would be 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. So you see the number 12 has many factors, whereas the number 7 doesn't. So that makes it a prime number. And we could work out prime factors, which are factors that happen to be prime numbers, by using a method called the factor tree method. Let's find out where I've gone. So if we use 36, all you need to do is think of two factors that go into 36, anything that multiplies together to make 36. And I'll just go, I don't know, 3 times 12. Yeah. Now 3 is a prime number, so you ring round it. Then you factorize the 12 again, 3 times 4, and there's a prime number, so ring round it. Factorize the 4 to 2 times 2, and there you've got all the prime numbers that if you multiply them all together, they will make 36. So you've got 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 equals 36. And you can write these out, as you will be asked to do in an exam, in index form. And what you're basically doing, you're tidying up all the pairs and triplets and things that you can see. So that could be written as 2 squared, and that could be written as 3 squared. So 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 nines equal 36. So that's using a factor tree. You can use any numbers you like. Yeah. If, for example, that 36, you just went 2 times 18, and then 2 times 9, and then 3 times 3, you see you end up with the same prime numbers, so it doesn't really matter what you use. Right, the next thing we did was, or I don't know whether we did it, we did highest common factor. Now, this is a factor that is common to two sets of data, and we're looking for the highest one. So say we had this number and this number, yeah, and we list out all the factors of 16, which is 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. No need to write the 4 twice. Then we do the same with the 12. It's 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. So it's weird that 12 has got more factors than 16, but that's the way. So common factors are the things that apply in both sets of data. Yeah, so 1, 2, and 4 are common factors, and the highest common factor is the biggest number. So the highest common factor there is equal to 4. Now we did something called the lowest common multiple, and this is just the times table, and we're looking for the lowest number here. So again, yeah, we do 16 and 12 again. Yeah, I don't know how far we're going to have to go with 16, but so you do the 16 times table, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96. That might be far enough. We do the 12 times table, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, right? And we're looking for a common multiple, something that appears in both, yeah, which this one, 48. And I don't know whether another one, let's add another 16 onto that. 106, 112, 128, 84 plus 12 is 96. Oh, so there's another one, look, 96. So we've got a couple of common multiples, but we're looking for the lowest common multiple, which is 48, which is the smallest number that appears in both sets. So the lowest common multiple equals 48. And we moved on to some fractions work. Right, just to recap, 3/4 times 2/3. When you've got to multiply fractions, you multiply the top, 2 3s are 6, and you multiply the bottom, 4 3s are 12. And you can then simplify by dividing both by 6, yeah, because 6 goes into both, and that simplifies to a half. You will be expected to simplify your answers all the time. If you do 3/4 divided by 2/3, what you do is you turn the second one upside down and change the sign, and then you can multiply. 3 3s are 9 and 2 4s are 8. Now this has come out to be what's called a top heavy fraction, where the number at the top is bigger than the number at the bottom. So we do 9 divided by 8. So 8 goes into 9 once with 1 left over. So that becomes 1 and an eighth. And we did some addition. So 3/4 plus 2/3. Now I will show you one method here, and then maybe I can show you another method in a minute with different denominators. They're the numbers at the bottom. So what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to put a long line there, and I'm going to multiply these two together. 3 4s are 12. So there's a common multiple of 3 and 4. It may be that in certain cases this won't be the lowest common multiple, but it doesn't really matter. It will always work. And then you cross multiply starting at the bottom right hand corner. So you go 3 times 3 is 9, and the other way 4 times 2 is 8. And remember, we're adding them together, yeah? So 9 and 8 make 17 over 12. And we've got a top heavy, so you'll be expected to turn this, it's called a mixed, that one, by the way, mixture of whole numbers and fractions. So you expect to turn this into a mix. So 12s into 17 go 1 with 5 over, so you get 5 twelfths. 3/4 minus 2/3. Yeah, so we've got subtract now. So you could do the same thing again. 4 3s are 12, and 3 3s are 9, and 4 2s are 8, but this time we have a minus sign in the middle. So 9 take away 8 is 1, so the answer is a 12th. So that's how you do adding and subtracting. You can use the same method regardless. Now the only thing you might get 3.5 plus 2 and a third. So because these are mixed, you'd have to change them into sort of regular or top heavy fractions before you can start. So to do that, you go 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7, so that's 7 halves. And 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7 over 3. And here we go, same thing, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 7 is 21, and 2 times 7 is 14. And that's 35 over 6. Now we've got to divide 35 over 6 to get it into a mixed answer. So 6's into 35 go 5. With 5 6s are 30, and you've got 5 left over. So If you start with a mixed, change them into a top heavy and do that. Now the only other way of doing this, if it's simple enough, you've got 3/8 plus a quarter. Yeah. If you can see that one number is a double of the other, all you need to do is double this, in this case, double the quarter to make the numbers at the bottom match. So you've got 3/8 there, and I'm going to double both of these numbers in this right hand thing. So that becomes 2 and that becomes 8. See, now we've both got 8s, so this is easy to add. So we just add the top. 2 and 3 make 5, so we've got 5/8. When they're the same, you can add them together just like that. I think that was about it, wasn't it, for that lesson? I'll send some exam samples and things like this. So that's the end of this one. Okay, thank you.